nothing but the truth. Today, I want to talk about Afiba and Celine. And I want to give you guys the reason why I am going back to this case today is because I want to make a long history of it. I'm not going to bring anybody up about this matter. I want you to listen because this is going to be a posterity video that I'm making. I'm also recording it on my own device as well to keep because I need to dwell on it. Today today is what? Today is actually the 7th of the 8th. Today is the 8th of January 2025. 8th of January 2025. And I am currently recording precisely at 2:35. I start this recording. I'm also streaming it live so that millions of people that may watch it later or thousands of people that may watch it later will bear me witness on this conclusion that I'm about to make now. The two ladies you are seeing on TikTok right now her name is Afiba and the other one name is Celine. So for those of you guys that remember, they are called Celine and Afiba. Please kindly take note of that name as we go further to discuss about this matter. Hold on, let me just plug my device. Sorry, I have a device that the device I'm using to do the recording, I needed to plug it so that we can capture it down. Yes. People may ask me, Mr. Ben, why are you bringing this topic back again? Why do you want to talk about Afiba and Celine? Is because this is my heart. It's on my heart since yesterday, midnight. And today I want to talk about it so that Nigerians will know where we are on that particular case. Sometime in April 27, Afiba and Celine left their house in Port Harcourt. Afiba is a Ghanaian. Celine is a Nigerian girl. Afiba is a friend to Celine, and they both travel from Ghana to Nigeria to visit their friend called Blessing. The picture you are looking at right now, that picture was taken, if you're on TikTok, that picture was taken at Blessing's house when they were leaving Blessing's house on the 26th, on the 27th, actually on the 27th of April. On the 27th of April, on the 26th of April, actually. On the 26th of April, they left Blessing's house to be heading to Port Harcourt to go and visit one Mr. Andrew Ochekwo. Andrew Ochekwo is a British guy who relocated to Nigeria. Andrew happened to be my friend from the UK. I know Andrew. When I visit Nigeria, I have visited Andrew. I've known Andrew to the time. I've known Andrew for 11 years plus. Andrew is a friend of mine. I have nothing to deny about it. These two girls are best friends to each other. Blessing, there's a lady called Blessing, and there's a lady called Afiba, and there's a lady called Celine. They are all friends. They have visited each other. Blessing Onyinye have visited Celine in Ghana. Have visited Afiba in Ghana. Afiba is a Ghanaian. Okay. Blessing have visited Afiba in Ghana. Blessing introduced Celine to Afiba. Okay. Blessing is the one that connects Celine to Afiba. So Afiba is a Ghanaian. So they were all friends. At one point, Blessing and Afiba's friendship dropped a little bit. Celine, whom Blessing introduced to Afiba, their friendship become even stronger. Celine and Afiba become stronger. Celine was dating Andrew on and off. Andrew Ochekwo on and off. Andrew is my friend. When Andrew was in Port Harcourt, Celine used to visit Andrew in Port Harcourt. Celine's father knows Andrew. Andrew is not a stranger to Celine. They have met more than one occasion. Now, Andrew relocated from Port Harcourt to Aba, Nigeria. And Afiba and Celine traveled from Ghana to Nigeria. Celine posted a video of them. Andrew saw the video and saw Celine and saw Afiba with Celine. Andrew made an offer to them, come and spend time with me. I'm no longer in Port Harcourt. I am now living in Aba in a better house. Can you guys come and spend time with me for the weekend? Are you listening? On the text message that is now available to me, who Andrew shared with me, and Andrew shared the same text messages with the police, Celine asked Andrew for 1 million naira for both of them. For you, I will charge you for 1 million for both of us to come and spend time with you in Aba. Andrew never accepted the 1 million negotiation. However, Andrew sent them 100,000 naira to travel from Port Harcourt, where they are, to Aba to come and see him. On the 26th, before then, let me stop there. Before then, they have been at Blessing's house for the last 3 days. Blessing, Afiba, and Celine, they've been together in Port Harcourt for 3 days. On the 26th, Blessing, on the 26th of April 2024, Afiba and Blessing and Celine decided to go and visit Andrew. Did Andrew finally agree for 1 million price? I don't know. There was no evidence for that. Andrew never told me he agreed to pay them 1 million. But they did, however, travel from Port Harcourt to go and see Andrew in Aba, and the joining began on the 26th of April 2024. They arrived in Aba very late, and they were there on the 27th. On the 27th, on the 28th, that is 2 days. On the 28th, Celine, Afiba, the Ghanaian one, wrote a message, allegedly wrote a text message to Blessing, their best friend. They left their house in Port Harcourt to go and see Andrew. And the text message read, "We've been kidnapped. We've been kidnapped by Andrew." Are you listening? We've been kidnapped by Andrew. The text message was very, very clear. The text message said it. We've been kidnapped by Andrew. Blessing wrote, "Send location." Afiba then sent location to Blessing. Blessing then wrote, "What is going on?" Afiba then, "Don't call." Blessing then dialed the number. They were exchanging text messages with Blessing. And I want you guys to open your mind to Blessing. Very, very important, because you see, I am a Nigerian and I actually understand Nigerians very well. This case is a pure case that could have been solved, but Nigerians allow emotion, lack of rational thinking to judge, to blind them from the crime that has been committed. Now, the message got to Blessing. Blessing heard the message. Blessing looked at the message. "Oh, you've been kidnapped." Blessing exchanged further messages with Afiba. And this was on the 28th of April, 2 days after they arrived there. They arrived there on the 26th, 27, 28. 28 when they're supposed to leave. It was on a weekend. But what did the Blessing do? And I want all of you guys watching this video, or those of you guys that may watch this video later, I want you to tell me, if your friend who came to visit you write you a message that they've been kidnapped, what is your action? What would you do? What is going to be your reaction? This is very important, ladies and gentlemen. What are you going to do if a friend came to visit you? Or if you went to visit a friend and you went to visit another friend within the city and you were kidnapped and you wrote your friend, what do you expect your friend to do? The message came to Blessing. Blessing confirmed the message. Blessing showed us the text messages that this was the message I received from my best friend who left their suitcase at her house in Port Harcourt. Their passport, their suitcase is in Blessing's house. They just moved to go to Aba to go and visit an acquaintance. What did Blessing do? Ladies and gentlemen, Blessing take no action. Blessing proceeded to travel to Abuja according to Blessing. Blessing did not report this vital text message to police, to anybody, to Afiba's family, to Celine's family for 48 hours. I want you to stop there. We are talking about two girls, your best friend telling you they've been missing, and you did not report it to anybody for 48 hours. What is the rationale behind that? What is the rationale behind Blessing keeping quiet on the message? Blessing lives in Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt to Aba is highest drive 1.5 hours. Blessing did not move to Aba. Blessing did not consult anybody. Not that we know. Not the police. Not her boyfriend. As of the time we are talking about, Blessing, who made this picture you are looking at on TikTok right now, Blessing took that picture when Afiba and Celine were leaving her house to go and see Andrew. That means they were close. Blessing came on her balcony and took the picture of Afiba and Celine, evident that they left her house. Evident that they left her house. Goodbye, Celine and Afiba took the picture. Now, I want you to pin that picture and the mindset behind this picture on the corner of your wall right now. Just pin it down. Because this picture, I will tell you why Blessing took this picture. Blessing did not react to the story of her friend missing. Blessing did not report to police in Port Harcourt, to police in Aba. Blessing have a boyfriend. His name is former Senator Darlington Nwokocha from Aba, from Abia, a Labour senator from Abia. Is a Blessing boyfriend. So Blessing have power. Blessing have power. Blessing have a very, very strong hand. Blessing could have just called the senator boyfriend, Senator Darlington, and said, my friend who came to visit me are missing. They've just wrote me a text message. But Blessing never did that. Why? Nigerians, oh my God, why are you guys never asked this question? Why? Why are you guys never asked this question? What is wrong with our people? Blessing now decided to travel to Abuja. Blessing decided to travel to Abuja according to Blessing. What are you going to Abuja for? Your friends who came to visit you, they just wrote you that they are missing. Blessing said, I was going to an interview. Interview, Blessing said. Please pin it down. Interview. I want you to pin down. I asked you to pin. I asked you to put two things down that you need to pin down. First of all, I asked you to pin the picture that Blessing took. That picture that you are looking at right now. And I also asked you to put the reason why Blessing proceeded to Abuja on the 28th. according to Blessing. Blessing confessed from her mouth when she attended interview, a arranged interview, paddy interview with Harrison Gwaminishu. Blessing said, I traveled to Abuja for an interview, a job interview. I want you to be clear about that. She traveled to Abuja for a job interview. Why? She had a cell phone that contained an SOS message from her friends that they've been missing, which she has refused to disclose to any family member, to any law enforcement agency. I want you to ask yourself, why Blessing hide all these things? Why? If truly her friends are missing, why? Who does that? Who does that? Who hide such an important message? Who left and go to another city with such an important message? Who does that? I don't know. But Blessing, that's what Blessing did. That's exactly what Blessing did. Blessing did not report Afiba and Celine missing. Blessing said, I moved to Abuja. I traveled that evening to Abuja. So Blessing received the message and replied and put her phone in her pocket and enter plane and leave her friends in Aba and go into Abuja. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let us wake up. Now, Blessing said she traveled on that 28th to Abuja, but there was no flight leaving Aba at the time she said she's traveling to Abuja. No flight. We have checked it. There was no flight. So she was not leaving Aba at that day. She was not leaving Port Harcourt. We have asked Blessing, show us ticket, show us evidence that you travel to Abuja that day. Blessing have not been able to provide it. Now, Blessing hide the message in her pocket for 48 hours. I want you to understand, 48 hours is a lot of hours if somebody's missing. If I take your car from Lagos and you did not come out of your house, for example, you park your car in the garage or in the compound, and I take your car and I steal your car, and I'm driving to Abuja, and you did not come out for 48 hours, because sometimes I stay in my house for like even 2 days. I won't step out to look at my car. I could be in Abuja immediately. I could be in Kaduna before you even notice your car is missing. Why did the Blessing Onyinye refuse to tell anybody about missing Afiba and Celine? Okay, let us give her excuse. Let us give her ignorance. We are giving her rooms now. Okay, she's not involved. She's not aware of what is happening. Then Afiba is a marriage girl. Afiba have a husband. His name is Tony. He based in Dubai, UAE. When Afiba's husband is unable to get through to Afiba's husband is writing Afiba, but Afiba is not replying. Then Afiba's husband then find Blessing's number and called Blessing in Nigeria and say, listen, I'm trying to locate Afiba, but Afiba is not answering her messages. Afiba is not responding. What is going on? This is what Blessing told Tony. Well, Afiba promised to come and see me. I have not seen her. Why did the Blessing lie? Everything I'm telling you now are fact. These are fact. Blessing told Afiba's husband, Afiba promised to come and see her, but she has not seen Afiba. But don't forget, Afiba and Celine have already spent 3 days in Afiba's house. Their suitcases in Afiba and Celine have already spent 3 days in Blessing's house. Their suitcase is at Blessing's house. Their bags is at Blessing's house. On the text, on the phone, on the phone of Blessing have a message from Afiba that they've been kidnapped. Why do you think Blessing refused to tell Tony that your wife has been kidnapped? Why did she lie? Why did she lie? Why she lie, Nigerians? Because when this story happened, all of una just carry story. They waka. Nobody take their time. Una just they look for somebody to lynch. Una just they look for somebody to pie. Una just they look for somebody to pie. I'm coming. Una just they look for somebody to pie. Nobody was asking questions. There was so much lapses. There was so much evidence. But you guys are just looking for who to pie. Blessing told Afiba's husband, I have not seen Afiba. She promised to come and see me. Why? Why? Can anybody tell me why? Let's leave that one there. Then, finally, at no point did Blessing disclose to Tony that Afiba is missing. And this is getting to 72 hours now. When she finally told Tony, she wrote me a message that they were missing. Andrew kidnapped them. Have you been to Port Harcourt? No, I'm in Abuja. So your friends are missing and you proceeded to Abuja. Tony now went into work. That is Afiba's boyfriend or husband in Dubai. Now begin to Google to find phone number to contact everybody. Why will Tony have to do that when Blessing have a big connection, a senator? Let me tell you something. Even a senator that served 1980 is still very powerful in Nigeria. Talk less of a senator that is current as of the time. A guy that was in House of Assembly, a guy that the governor of Abia State is from his own political party, Labour Party. The senator is a Labour senator. So they have power. They control the state. So Blessing could have just told the boyfriend, my oga, my friends are missing. Oh. My friends are missing. Nobody take action. Nobody go to Andrew's house. Nobody called the police to go to Andrew's house. Nobody goes to Andrew's house. Nobody could go to check in Andrew's house. If you ask, please, I have a moderator here. If anybody asks a stupid question, my moderator, block that person. This story is not for children. I see somebody asking now, what is the picture of Afiba and Celine doing in his phone? You are the kind of people that spoil this case. Mumu like you are the kind of people. Please, my moderators, if you see anybody asking a particular question, just block that person. The reason I'm doing this video is not for you. I am doing a documentary and I'm doing this video for it. And I'm telling the story live, no paper, nothing. Go and check the story I talked 6 months ago. If there's any missing, then call me a bastard. I have no document here. There's no paper. I am not reading from a script. I am speaking live from my head to you. There's no script. I have no script here. I am not reading anything from teleprompter. I am not capping. This is a serious matter of a national disgrace. So if you are done aware of the case, please come on here, because this is not for you. Because if you come here and ask stupid questions, I'll curse your mama, I'll curse your children, and it will work. I will invoke Andrew's spirit. And I'll tell you, if Andrew is not the one that harmed this girl and you are condemning Andrew, may his spirit haunt you and catapult you to death. This is a very serious documentary I'm doing. And I'm doing it live. I'm doing it live. So, and I'm recording it with all the microphone around. And everything I'm telling you here is available out there. Not only from me. If I call Blessing's name, I am quoting her. I am not capping. I'm not trying to say something to her that she did not say. Everything I'm saying, I'm quoting her. If I'm calling the police, I am quoting the police. I am not capping. If I'm calling Harrison, I am quoting Harrison. I'm not capping. If I'm calling Tony, Afiba's husband, I am quoting Tony, Afiba's husband. I am not capping. If I'm calling Daddy Free Show, I am calling Daddy Free Show. I am not capping. I am quoting what happened. Because some of una Nigerians una follow social media influencers and una forget to dey engage una head. When a social media man said it, that is it. Una carry am. And many people don't lose their dignity. Many people don't lose their livelihood. Many people don't commit, don't take their own life because of una. Some people are in depression because of una judgment. No be me. Na me go put una to depression. Now, Blessing did not do anything. Then Tony began to walk. Tony goggled and contact the police in Abia and told them, this is what happened. Please help me go and check Andrew's house. At this point, Blessing was not even cooperating with Celine family. Blessing was not cooperating properly with Celine family. Everything was being hidden. 2 people are missing. Andrew is free. From the 28th that those girls declared themselves missing, Andrew is free. Andrew is free on the 28th, 29th, 30th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Andrew is free. Compliment of Blessing, keeping quiet. Why? Why did Blessing did not take any action? I want somebody to come and tell me, or on the comment section to tell me why Blessing did not take action. Now, going forward, Afiba's husband, Mr. Tony, was able to contact the police in Abia State and get in touch with Officer Oracle, the Commander Oracle. Commander Oracle is the head of anti-kidnapping team in Aba, and gave the details to him and said, and sent the location to him. And the man asked for money, according to Tony. Tony then run around and find the money and sent it to the man and said, go and knock Andrew's door. According to Tony, he wanted to clarify that the girls are not still in Andrew's house. Officer Oracle delayed. On the 8th, that is from the 28th, the girls went missing. Nobody knocked Andrew's house until the 8th, until the 7th of May. Somebody went missing on the 28th of April. You waited for almost 11 days to go and knock his door. Blessing was in Abuja. According to Blessing, she celebrated her birthday. She did her birthday. She went to British Embassy for visa interview, which she was denied. I told you that time to keep Blessing her trip to Abuja. I want you to put it somewhere. She went for an interview in Abuja at British High Commission, but she was denied the visa. Why is Blessing running away from Nigeria? Where is Afiba and Celine passport? What visa is in their passport? Did they have a British visa in it? Nobody's asking question. This is why critical thinking need to be brought back to our life. Instead of running to comment, to go and comment and disgrace your papa. Now, I'm giving you the lowdown of the whole case. Blessing did not do anything. Blessing was chilling in Abuja. Blessing did her birthday in Abuja. Why her friend allegedly missing? Why allegedly missing? She did her birthday in Abuja. Now, Officer Oracle, whom I have his number here, whom I have spoken to a long extent. Officer Oracle is a very smart man. He studied in UK. Officer Oracle took the case. They arrested, they went to Andrew's house on the 8th. On the 7th of May, they arrived at Andrew's house. And they arrived there with over 30 police officers. Because the man from Dubai mobilized them. And I want you to listen to me. When Afiba's husband sent the officers the money, the logistic money to go and arrest Andrew, Blessing's boyfriend told Afiba's husband, why did he pay the officers? The man who has never talked about the case suddenly got interested. Said, why are you paying them to go and check Andrew? Go and collect your money back. I will mobilize people to go and arrest Andrew. That is almost 10 days later. The man insisted that Afiba's husband should give the account number and the name of the officer he paid in Port Harcourt to them. And they should tell them not to do anything. Why did the Abuja person want to stop the police in Aba going to Andrew's house? Have you ever asked yourself this question? Nobody's asking. Why did Abuja people suddenly want to stop investigation into Andrew's house? Why? Why did Blessing boyfriend, Mr. Darlington, a senator or a former senator, is trying to truncate the police busting Andrew's house? However, the police went there on the 7th. And they were at Andrew's house. From that 7th, they arrived there till 3 a.m. on the 8th. At about 12:45, Andrew rang my phone in the middle of the night. And Andrew said he want to buy himself, that is too much for him. The text message, I've shown it to you guys, and it will be on this documentary. You will look at the text messages very well when the documentary will finally arrive. I am hearing about Andrew's on the 8th of May, midnight. Me and Andrew engaged. Andrew told me, I am tired. There are so many police. I barricaded myself. I said, Andrew, what is going on? Is it a money problem? What is going on? Andrew sent me a video where he was shouting, fire, 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 fire. I published that video. I was worried. I don't know what is going on. I said, Andrew, I know Andrew have GUN in his house. I don't want Andrew to use his UN against anybody. I told Andrew, if that's what they want, give it to them. Please don't harm yourself. I engaged Andrew for almost 40 minutes. The line cut off. Andrew did not call again. The next day, I tried to call the line. No number was going anymore. I tried to call Andrew. No number. I called Aba police station and I asked them. The lady who picked the phone asked me to give her 70,000 for tracking. Don't forget, Andrew never told me. Even on that 8th, Andrew did not tell me about Celine and Afiba. Nothing. He was just being erratic in his room. And I was able to talk to him not to use his GUN to shoot those people outside. The police finally arrested Andrew at about 3 a.m. in the night, according to Andrew's cousin that was in the house, who has already given interview to police in Abuja. The police that arrived at Andrew's house are 30 officers with many, many healers of vehicles. It's not one police. They stay in Andrew's house for more than 7 hours. Andrew ordered them pizza while they were negotiating. Andrew ordered them food. They ate. They were negotiating with Andrew. They finally arrested Andrew and took Andrew straight to Umuahia police station, not Aba, directly to Umuahia. Andrew was in Umuahia. I was not aware. I was thinking, did this guy commit suicide? What is happening? I was calling everybody. There was Andrew's sister I know in Lagos. I tried to call her number several times. She was not picking. I gave the number to my friend. I told my friend in Lagos, please call this lady on a local number and ask her about Andrew. My guy called. I have the text messages. Everything I'm telling you are fact-based. Andrew was locked up. Andrew had no access to his phone. He has no access to his phone. I could not reach him. Andrew maintained his innocence to the police. Andrew told them the girls left his house on the 28th morning. Andrew told them he did not kidnap the girls. The police did their investigation and the police confirmed to Andrew that one of the girls' phone, which is Celine, is ringing in Owerri. Celine is from Owerri. That they tracked the phone to Owerri. Andrew was in cell from that 8th to the 21st of May. On the 21st of May. Before the 21st of May, somebody very, very interesting got into the case. Somebody is going to ask me, who is this person? Let me introduce a character that got into the case. Blessing. Andrew was arrested on the 8th of May. Blessing, who has been waiting from the 28th of April, when her friend sent a message to her, Blessing decided to submit a petition on the 10th of May in Abuja, not in Aba, not in Port Harcourt, but in Abuja. Why is Blessing submitting a petition to move Andrew from Umuahia to Abuja? Barely 72 hours after Andrew was finally arrested, the first thing Blessing do was to submit a petition to remove Andrew from Aba, because they know when Andrew is in Aba, Aba will carry out their job. Umuahia will carry out their job, and they will know from their investigation and tracking that Andrew did not commit this crime. So Blessing quickly submit a petition to the AIG office in Abuja that Andrew must be taken from Umuahia to Abuja. Why? When Blessing has been waiting for 11 days. Can anybody tell me? This story will teach many of you guys a lesson that Nigeria can happen to you. When Nigeria happen to you, may you have somebody around your corner that will come and put their chest on the line and speak what they know about you and say, this guy, I know him to be this, I don't know him to be this. What you are putting on him, I cannot confirm it and I'm not going to support it. That is what I'm standing for. And that is what many Nigerians are not used to. They're not used to somebody challenging their myopic and bigotry and prejudice mindset. I did it and I got burnt for it, but I'm still standing. I'm still standing. And the truth is still confronting everyone on the face. Now, let me not talk about myself on this case. I want to just lay down the case in a fair way so that people with mind, when they watch it, they will understand what we are talking about. All right, guys. About 40 minutes here. Blessing submitted a petition in Abuja. I wish I get the petition here. On the petition, Blessing did not write the name of Andrew, did not write the name of Selena Nafiba. She wrote it unknowing person, conspiracy to kidnap. That means a person has not been kidnapped. It is a conspiracy to kidnap. That was what the English say. The petition, I hope God can help me to find it. I'll publish it on the documentary, so you guys will see it properly on the documentary. I'll publish it on the documentary. Many of you have read it. There was no name. Blessing did not mention the name of her friend. That two of her friends has been kidnapped. No, she did not mention the name of Andrew. When Harrison Gwaminishu, for those of you guys that watch Harrison, when Harrison asked her, why didn't you mention the name of Afiba and Celine? Why did you not mention the name of Andrew? She said she forgot. She said she forgot. That is what she said. She said, I forgot. Do you believe she forgot such a vital information? Okay. She said she forgot. She forgot to name the names of Andrew. She forgot to name the name of Afiba. She forgot to name the name of Celine. She forgot. She wrote it unknowing person. Conspiracy to kidnap. That means that is, if that is her letter, if she wrote that letter, let us credit the letter to her for the benefit of legal interpretation. We are crediting that letter to her for the benefit of legal interpretation. Now, the police that came, now, hold on there. Now, Blessing submitted the petition on the 10th of May. On that 10th of May, somebody interesting met Blessing in Abuja. Somebody very interesting, a character that this case is built all around. His name is Harrison Gwaminishu. Harrison is a human rights activist. Harrison said, oh, I met you. You are the Blessing. I met you in Abuja. How many of you remember the interview of Harrison and Blessing? I will be putting that interview on the documentary. Harrison said, oh, remember I met you in Abuja when you submit that petition on the 10th. Suddenly, Harrison met Blessing in Abuja. But Harrison turned out to be one of the most important part of this case going forward. Now, this was on the 10th. the petition was submitted. On the 10th, the petition was submitted. On the 11th, Harrison got involved. Somebody should ask me, how did Harrison got involved? Celine's sister said somebody, a friend of her or somebody closer to them, who is a friend to Blessing, told them to contact Harrison. Are you getting this? Are you connecting this? Harrison was indirectly introduced to this case by Blessing. To contact Harrison to talk about this case, to investigate this case as a human rights activist. Okay, this is it. That is how Blessing got involved. Harrison got involved on the 11th. What are the coincidences? On the 10th, Harrison submitted, Blessing submitted a petition. On the 11th, on the 10th, Blessing submitted a petition in Abuja. On the 11th, somebody randomly called Celine family to consult Harrison. And the person who did that happened to know Blessing. Are you putting one or two together? It's not Blessing. Because if it is Blessing that know Harrison, would have just called Celine and said, let us involve Harrison. They sent somebody else. They got Harrison involved. Harrison and Celine family speak for the first time on the 11th. Harrison charged them money, consultation fees. They paid deposit to Harrison on the 11th. On the 11th, listen, on the 11th. Look at how fast the case went. From the 28th that they declared themselves missing, nothing happened, no action. From the 8th that Andrew was finally picked up, action began to happen. Petition submitted. Harrison involved on the 11th. Harrison got paid. Half of his deposit was paid. So you expect Harrison to go straight to his mega platform and say, today I found that there was 2 guests missing. These are their names. These are the track. These are the steps. This is where they go. Harrison did not do that. When Celine family asked Harrison, post about this, Harrison said he's doing underground investigation. They should pay his balance. On the 15th of May, Harrison received his balance. Tony sent money. Celine family raised money and they gave it to Harrison. Now you expect Harrison, who has a platform, to come up and say, today my name is Harrison Gwaminishu, this person is missing, I am investigating this. Harrison did not do such. Why did Harrison refuse to talk about Celine and Afiba? From the 11th, he got into the case. On the 15th, he received his money. Why did Harrison refuse to talk about it? Nobody want to ask a question. Everybody have seen organ harvester. Everybody have seen a murderer. Nobody want to ask a question. What about if this is just a setup? Nobody. Let us spy him. Let us forget. Nah, we are not forgetting. MrBen is here. MrBen is here. Harrison did not talk about this case on the 11th, on the 12th, on the 13th, on the 15th. All this time, Andrew is in the police station, locked up. Andrew is locked up. But why is Harrison not talking about it on his platform? Why is Blessing not shouting on her platform, my friends are missing? Why is Blessing quiet? Why did they disappear to Abuja? What is going on here? Andrew maintained his innocence. Andrew told the police, I did not kidnap the girls. All along, I was not aware. I will tell you when I got to know about the case now. On the 15, 16, 17, 18, on the 16, Harrison said he sent somebody to Aba, to Umaya, to go and check Andrew. He said Andrew was being treated well. But once you send somebody to Umaya to check Andrew, and Andrew is being treated well, why didn't you come on your social media and say there's a kidnapper that have 2 girls, just the way she normally do, and said they are treating him well, they are about to release him? Why did Harrison not do that? On the 21st, Andrew was granted a bail from Umahia because the police have no evidence against Andrew that Andrew kidnapped the girl. As far as the police are concerned, the girls are on the self-kidnapped because their phone is being ring and switch on and switch off. Their cell phone is ringing in Owerri. Afiba's phone was also picked. Signal was picked in Port Harcourt, according to Afiba's husband. Her Ghanaian phone in her hand, her signal was picked up in Port Harcourt. All the time this signal was being picked up, Andrew is in the police station. Now, Harrison begin the phase of the case from the 22nd. From the 22nd, Harrison, who got involved on the 11th, did not talk about the case on his platform until the 22nd. I want you to listen very well. On the 21st, Andrew was granted bail. As Andrew was about to move, 4 officers called the IRT member, they arrived in Umahia. How did they know Andrew was to be released on that day? Harrison said, I have sent Marvelous to Umahia, and we confirm that the police are treating this case as a self-kidnap. Harrison said it. I have the video. The police are treating it as self-kidnap, and Andrew was about to be released. Boom! The police from Abuja, which Blessing arranged, arrived in Umahia. As Andrew was about to be released, they brought a letter, the petition Blessing wrote, and said, this petition is from the IG. We are to take this suspect to Abuja. According to Harrison, the Umahia police refused to hand over Andrew. They told the police, the four police criminals that came to pick Andrew, that they have investigating this case, that they are in charge of it. But somehow, according to Harrison, they argue and they finally settle and they release Andrew to the officers. All the while, Harrison did not post about Celine and Afiba on the 21st. As soon as police hand over Andrew to the officers, the rogue officers, I call them the rogue officers, the IRT team that finally pie Andrew. As soon as the police in Umahia hand over Andrew to them, Harrison come alive. On the 22nd, Harrison went live and made the first video about Andrew. Harrison said the following: I am here to report about two kidnap case of 2 girls. Harrison did not even mention the name of Afiba and Celine. Harrison only 2 missing girls once. Harrison brought Andrew's history and was showing the video of Rachel. Rachel, injury of Rachel. This is Andrew. This is how Andrew did to this one. This is Andrew did this one. This is Andrew. As soon as I post this morning on the 22nd of May, somebody reached me from Lagos and the person say I was a victim of Andrew. Harrison was just condemning Andrew. But why did he not condemn Andrew from the 11th when he received money? Now, this is how the police get the information of Rachel. When the police in Umuahia hand over Andrew to the police from Abuja, they gave Andrew's information and phones and everything they found in Andrew's house that include Rachel's phone. Rachel left her phone in Andrew's house. The police in Umuahia gave that phone to the police from Abuja. They opened it. They found Rachel's number. They contact Rachel. And they hand over the information to Harrison. Harrison now contact Rachel and quickly arrange interview with Rachel and say, oh, when I made this post this morning, somebody reached me from Lagos and said I was a victim of Andrew. Like he's talking to children. So the job they gave to Harrison is being active now. Harrison begin to condemn Andrew, condemn Andrew, condemn Andrew, condemn Andrew, condemn Andrew, condemn Andrew. When Andrew was released on that 22nd, Andrew contacted many family members. Andrew contacted friends. The police are my witness. The police know exactly what I'm talking. That is why they can never accuse me of anything. The only people accusing me of anything is Mumu Harrison followers. We no get sense of their own. Facebook people, we no get brain. The police know exactly what I'm talking now. Andrew maintained his innocence. But Harrison was on his Facebook, Instagram, condemning Andrew. Then Andrew, on the 21st, told people, contact my friend Ben. He's a blogger. He's a blogger. So that this story about me, he can talk about it because I did not do it. At that time, Andrew is in the hand of the IROT team. I have their phone call. I have their voices. I have all the record. The officers, they called me after they don't pay Andrew. When I challenged them, Andrew sent their phone number to every of his contacts to send to me. Because Andrew know if this case went public, he will be protected. But the way they take him, Andrew is already thinking about his life. He's in a serious trouble. He's been accused of kidnapping 2 girls. He needs a honest blogger that can talk about it in a fair way. And I happen to be his friend. Woe unto me if I refuse to talk about it. If I say, because people are going to abuse me, I am not talking about it, then I would have been a dead man right now. Andrew sent the first message, and immediately a lady reached out to me and said, Andrew want me to reach out to you. I said, is he out? He said, he's out. The text messages are there. I quickly begin to call. Then Andrew picked. Andrew said, hold on. Andrew sent me the officers. One of the officers, SP Moses, is the head of IRT team. Andrew sent me his phone number. The Mad Dog boss, Andrew sent me his phone number. The officer transporting him, Andrew sent me their phone number. You see, Andrew is not hiding anymore. Andrew wants to give information out to people so that anything that happened to him, the police can be held accountable. I call. Andrew said, don't call yet. Then Andrew sent me that video of Celine and Afiba lying naked in his bed. He said, I said, what is going on? I saw a video on Harrison's page. One man called Harrison talking about you and Rachel. What is going on? He said, Ben, those are lies. He said, these are the 2 girls they say I kidnapped. Then he wrote the message. Look at them. This is when they were in my house, sleeping peacefully. There was so many information. I could not wrap my head around it. I look at the video. The 2 girls were naked. They were lying down. But they were not dead. There was nothing. There was not dead. There was not like dead or unalive people. They were not unalive people. I look at it. So I started talking to Andrew. Did you do it? What happened to the girls? Andrew said they left my house. From the 21st, 22nd, Andrew said they left my house. I said, what is going on? He said the officers that came from Abuja are very nice to him. They say the IG of police just want to speak to him because the Ghanaian embassy had made a petition. So the case has gone diploma, international. And Andrew is just coming out of the prison. Andrew have no information. So whatever they tell him, he believes it. Andrew begin to follow these officers. They took Andrew to his house in Aba. At that time, immediately Andrew entered this officer's hand. Harrison began to do publicity against Andrew. Publicity, different video, everything about Andrew. Why is Harrison selling Andrew so bad to the member of the public? Can anybody tell me why? When this guy have heard about the case from the 11, he did not talk. When Blessing, who wrote that petition that picked Andrew from Umuahia, heard about the case, report the case got to her on the 28th of April. Blessing did not talk. Why sudden action from every left to get Andrew out of Umuahia? It was because Umuahia was doing a good job. Umuahia was doing a proper investigation, and the people in charge of the crime do not want this to happen. So they needed to move Andrew away. Andrew is now in the hands of these IRT officers. Guess where they go? They went to Andrew's house. The 4 officers follow Andrew to his house. Don't forget, on the 8th, when they arrested Andrew for the first time, 30 officers came. There was no curtain missing. There was no blind missing. 30 officers. There was no blood in the bed. Please, somebody's calling me. Let me just cut it off. "30 officers came on the 8th. There was no curtain missing. There was no blood on the bed. There was no door that is locked. There was nothing blood around. 30 police officers. The video is there. The video is there. But Nigerians, Harrison followers, Facebook entertainers, they don't want to listen to fact. They are supporting crime. Then, on the 8th, no blood, nothing. Andrew dressed well. Andrew wear white. They even opened his car and put water and everything. Everything was fine. All officer was clean. There was no dirty. There was nothing like that. The officer videoed the house. According to Oracle said, you should ask Harrison where he see the blood from. We have the video. Please, I encourage you, if you are on TikTok, I want you to tap, because TikTok, when it's frozen like this, we have 120 people watching right now. And what you are watching right now will be a history-making documentary. I want you to understand. Because this documentary will be sent to people that will do the proper documentary, and they will extract all the information I'm dropping now, and they will make it nicely. Nicely. They will bring it out. So, and at that particular time where I was, God help me, God help me, Father help me, Father help me, because the thought I was pushing, I don't want to forget it. I don't want to forget it. God help me. Before I spoke, God help me. Thank you, Lord. Yes. So there was no blood in the house. There was no blood in the house. Zero. There was zero blood in the house. Andrew dressed very well. I have the video. As I said, the officer from all the police that came, 30 police, about 7 of them have already reached out to me when this case was boiling. They were commending me. They were telling me, Mr. Ben, well done. I was there. I'm an officer of the law. I was there. This was a setup. We searched the house, everything. All this in Harrison is talking about blood cutting, blood on the wall is a lie. Is a lie. So keep saying what you are saying. We know the truth. That was Harrison was hired to come and do laundry of what has happened. But I leave it there for the proper investigators that will be taking care of this documentary in the future. But Andrew was taken back to his house on the 21st to go and get his clothes. Andrew got to his house around 4. The police came upstairs. The police video. Those 4 officers have a camcorder in their hand. They video. They were going into the rooms. They video Andrew's house. Andrew changed, packed the clothes he needed, and Andrew proceeded. When Andrew moved, the police told Andrew there was no flight to go to Abuja. They have to stay in a hotel until the morning before they will get a flight. They went to Evergreen Hotel in Aba, and they slept in that hotel. They took up 2 rooms. Andrew slept in one room with one officer, and the rest shared the other rooms. Andrew called his lawyer, Barrister Equated, came over to see Andrew. And Andrew was very relaxed. The police officer that came to pick Andrew said, they believe Andrew that this is a self-kidnap. But the Ghanaian embassy is involved. They just want to take him to Abuja to answer questions. There is no problem. Barrister Equated requested to go with Andrew. The police said there's no need for that. Said that they won't arrest Andrew. He can have his laptop and everything. When he gets to Abuja after the interview, he can stay in the hotel. Andrew called one of his babe that live in KD and said, come and meet me in Abuja tomorrow. I have the text messages. Andrew thought he would be leaving for Abuja the next day and go for a small interview and go back and chill in a hotel and be doing what he's doing, his computer. Andrew trade, he do stock, he do all those things, he do crypto. Andrew is not organ harvester. Thunder will fire you. Chicken will harvest your organ if you call the man organ harvester without evidence. Just because Harrison said it. Even with all these things, you still believe Harrison. Your own don't finish. So, the next thing you see when Andrew was in the hand of the IROT team, they slept in Aba that first night. The second day, they said, Andrew, you may need your car in Abuja. Go get your car. Andrew parked his car at Umuahia police station because the first time they arrested Andrew on the 8th, the car, it was Andrew's car they used to take him to Umuahia with other lorry, with other healers. Andrew's car was in Umuahia. Andrew has his key. When they release him, he has his key with him and everything. But the police pretended they are not interested in the car. They just pick Andrew. When they get to the hotel, they told Andrew, you may need your car in Abuja. Go get your car. The police put Andrew in their van. They drove down to Umuahia, and Andrew entered and drove his car from the parking lot without even the police department, the IG office, the commissioner of police in Umuahia aware that Andrew came to pick his car. These are facts. They've done one night now in Umuahia. Don't forget, IGO police. They have done one night in Aba now. It turned on the 22nd. It was that 22nd that Harrison in the morning began to do posting. It was that 22nd Harrison made the third post about Afiba and Celine. So that means the police was able to access all of Andrew's information and pass it over to Harrison, including Rachel's phone that was in Andrew's house, which Andrew told the police when Rachel ran away from his house, he forgot one of her phone in the kitchen. So the police opened that phone. They saw Rachel. Rachel was doing lesbian. I have all the video, all of them. All. Andrew did not send it directly to me. He sent it to other people on the 22nd. They forwarded it to me. They saw now Rachel. Rachel was doing this heavy thing. The police hold it against Rachel. And they got Rachel in touch with Harrison on the 22nd. Harrison quickly arranged interview with Rachel. In that interview, I have the interview. Harrison did not talk about Afiba and Celine for more than 30 seconds. If Harrison is interested in Afiba and Celine, who his priority supposed to be from the 11th that he got to know about the case? Celine and Afiba. If Blessing is interested in Afiba and Celine, who her priority supposed to be? Celine and Afiba. But no, they were interested in silencing Andrew and putting all the crime on him. The case was big. When they wake up on the 22nd, they went to pick on the 22nd, let me put it, 22nd of May, 22nd of May, 2024. When they wake up in the morning, they went to Umahia and picked up Andrew's car, Mercedes. Andrew drive himself, enter his car and drove himself with them. They said, okay, Abuja is not far. It's about 8.5 hours. Let's go by road. Andrew said, okay, by all means, I want to spin the car. When they moved, they diverted. Oh, we needed to do something in Uyo. Andrew said, Uyo? What is Uyo? Uyo is opposite of Abuja. The police took Andrew to Uyo. Don't forget, Andrew don't know anywhere. Andrew have never drove interstate. He has a driver. Now the police had him. They took him to Uyo. When they got to Uyo, they enter a hotel. I want you to listen. They stayed in a hotel. Andrew said, why? What are you guys doing here? Their investigation brought them down here. They have the signal of the girl's phone in this area. Andrew was relaxed. So they slept in New York for 2 nights doing investigation of the girl's phone that they say the signal brought them. SP Moses, the head of IRT team, he's from Kogi State. I have his number. I am a Kogi man. He's a big boss in Abuja. Call Andrew on a FaceTime and interview Andrew in Uyo. Andrew told them what he knows about the case. Andrew told the man, I don't kidnap the girl. SP Moses, I have spoke to him. His voice, you will hear it on the record. And I told you guys, SP Moses, I know you're watching. I told you, you are Kogi man, I'm a Kogi man. The difference between me and you is that I'm in the UK. Your intimidation can never catch me. All I want is the truth. Where are the girls? Where are the girls? That's all I needed to know. Andrew is gone. Where are the girls? What happened to Afiba and Celine? Are they hiding? Is somebody else responsible for their dismissal? Why did you guys not arrest Blessing? Where is Blessing boyfriend? Senator Darlington Nwakocha. Those are the questions for you, SP Moses. I told you, I don't give up. I told you guys, I don't give up. This is 2024. The girls, according to them, went missing on the 28th of April. Andrew was killed on the 26th of May. Up to now, no police have ever come out to accuse Andrew of anything. All of the accusation is never from the police. It's from Harrison. I want you to understand that. All of this accusation is never from the police. It's from Harrison Gwaminishu. And I'm not going to go into the character of Harrison Gwaminishu. I just want you guys that when you go and follow social media influencers, be careful. Be careful. Because you can be misled by likes, by click, by popularity, and you will forget the fact. So, Andrew was taken to Uyo, slept 2 nights in Uyo. SP Moses interviewed Andrew. Andrew told them the same thing. At this time, I am now receiving update from Andrew. We are in Uyo. The officers are good to me. We are there. I just had an interview with their boss now. Their boss is greedy. I pay him 500,000. Andrew said it. He paid SP Moses 500,000. I have the text message. The police have Andrew phone. Check the phone. Am I lying? Don't kill the messenger, guys. I'm only telling you what my dead friend told me. Not just on a phone call, on a message. So you have his phone. Open the phone. Check the message. Why is the police not releasing the content of Andrew's phone? Why is the police not releasing the content of Andrew's phone? Why is the police not giving statement? Why is it Harrison that is giving statements? Why is it Harrison that is giving statements? Yo, somebody is asking on the TikTok. I told you I'm not going to answer question, but if you ask why did he pay the police, those are the questions you should be directing to the police. Direct the question to the police. Why did he pay the police? Why did people police kidnap along the road pay police? That's the same question you should be asking. Why did people pay police bribe? Why did Bobrisky pay police to sleep outside the cell? Those are the questions you should be asking yourself. You see, this conversation is not for people that have already made up their mind to condemn somebody. This is for people that have opolo, people that have mind, that have sense, people that actually have sense. So if you know say you no get sense, don't even bother asking stupid questions on my platform. I will block your papa and I'll curse you as well. That what happened to Andrew, Nigeria will visit you. Nigeria will happen to you. Nigerian police will happen to you. Harrison Gwaminishu will happen to you. Say amen. Just say amen. If it doesn't happen to you, it will happen to your family member. Because some of these people, they come here, they are the one that made this case dead. They are the one. Because all they needed to do is to be fair in opening their mind and say 1 + 1 is 2. But this 1 + 1 is looking like 4. It doesn't add up. Let's cross-check again. Nobody want to do it. Nobody want to do it. Now the police slept 2 nights in Uyo. I have the video. Andrew sent it. They were laughing. They were eating. So if Andrew is this biggest murderer, why would the police be laughing with him? Why would they be sleeping in the same bedroom with him? In New York, Andrew got frustrated. The police left his gun on the table, on the bed, and he went to take a shower. Andrew carried a gun and do like this. Whether he was playing or he was whatever he's playing, the other officer saw Andrew and they grab Andrew and they collect the gun and say, why would you do that? You want to put us in trouble? That they want to chain Andrew's leg. That Andrew will not be able to drive himself again. They will chain his leg and put him in a boot to Abuja. Andrew must give them 3 million in that hotel room. Andrew told them, why? They said, if you do this, we'll just lock you up in a boot. You will not enjoy yourself again. Andrew like his comfort. This is what Oracle said. Oracle said my first interaction with Andrew, that is anti-kidnapping, he said Andrew like his comfort. And I know Andrew like his comfort. If Andrew is uncomfortable, Andrew can pay £100,000 to buy his comfort. At that time, Andrew transferred 1.5 million naira to them. The text messages are there in Uyo. The money was transferred to one Mr. Ogobi Ugochukwu at UBA Bank. Andrew sent me the message. Andrew become worried. Now they proceeded. On the 24th, they left to be going to Abuja now from Uyo after their investigation of phone tracking to Uyo. On their way to Abuja, they branched in Benue. Andrew asked them, what are we doing in Benue? All along, no police was driving Andrew's car. Andrew was driving himself in his Mercedes. Clean up, dress well. When they get to Uyo, the police said one of them want to see his wife or his concubine briefly, that they will spend the night here. They spent 2 nights in Benue. At that particular time, Andrew became very worried. They arrived in Benue on the 24th. They passed a night there. The second day was 25th, 26th morning. One of them called Andrew and told Andrew, if you get to Abuja, at that time, they are Andrew here. Andrew told me, I'm worried. I feel kidnapped by these people. He wrote a message. He sent it. He called. They told Andrew, if you don't run away, when you get to Abuja, they will push Shireen in your penis. They will torture you. SP Moses, you have Andrew's phone. Check the phone. Am I lying? Check his WhatsApp messages. Am I lying? You call me, they call me cameraman for a reason. I keep record. I keep record. Everything I am saying now, I have said this 7 months ago. I am not missing word. I'm not adding, I'm not minusing. You cannot repeat the same lie for this long. So it can't be lie. It's a conviction. On the 26th, morning, Andrew called me. I was coming back from the gym and I wanted to branch a little to buy. I love nuts. I love cashew nuts. I love Greek yogurt. These are my favorite snacks. I wanted to buy Greek yogurt after my gym. My phone rang. It was a FaceTime phone call. And I picked the phone up. It was Andrew. I said, what's up, bro? What's going on? Andrew was, Ben, I am running away. I'm like, why are you running? What's going on? I thought you were in Abuja already. He said, we are still in Benue. We are supposed to be leaving today to Abuja, but the officer told me they will be torturing me in Abuja, and they've kind of asked me to move. They're taking my money. They're taking your money? I said, transfer your money from your account. I said, transfer all your money from your account and go back to them. This is a setup. Baba, I'm a Nanja boy. I know be Ajibo. They no born me for UK. Andrew was born and bred in the UK. Born and bred in the UK. So he knows Sabi. You know, even Sabi speak Pidgin. I tell Andrew, this is a setup. Don't run away. Go back to them. Go back to them. The text messages are there. SP Moses, am I lying? Am I lying? At least if I lie on my own text message I display to you, the police have a verified one on Andrew's phone. Let them say I'm lying. Anybody who says I'm lying should come and dispute what I'm saying. Because the case cannot go. Now, Andrew was running away. I said, Andrew, go back to them. The line cut off. We call again, we talk. Then Andrew, somebody say, I am lying. I want you to, in short, you can come and tell me why you think I'm lying. Now, this one has no follower. It's 46 followers. It might be a police officer self. Thunder fire you and your mama. Thunder fire you and your mama. We will expose all of una. All of una. We will expose all of una. We will expose all of una. When I want to distract me, no. Let us block that one because this is the documentary we are doing. We need to block you. This is not the time for chat. We need to block you. You need to go and create a new account to come and follow this account. Thunder fire you and your mama. You think we are here to joke? This is not competition. I'm not competing. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm telling a story. Bring your alternative story. Don't just come on internet and say, oh, yeah, you're lying. Bring your alternative fact. Bring your own. Then I spoke to Andrew at about 11 o'clock on that 26th. Andrew was killed on that 26th. The officer quickly intercept Andrew and kill him. Yes. And then they came out. Guess who came out again after they killed Andrew? Harrison again. Not the police. Not authority. Harrison again. Harrison, breaking news. The man that kidnapped Selena Nafiba has been, when he was being transported to Abuja from Aba, he decided to run away. And then he came out of his car. They were chained his leg in Benue. When they got to Benue, the car, his Mercedes. So can you imagine Daddy Freeze? His Mercedes, the one police was driving his Mercedes, and Andrew was in a van, and they chained his leg. Just listen, these are not the thing I say. This is the thing Harrison said. And people believe it. If nobody say, will be zoo. People actually sit down and believe such thing. Then the police asked Harrison to come outside. Asked Andrew to come out, and the chain was on his leg. And Andrew came towards the car to put his fingerprint. And when he put his fingerprint, the car started again. They quickly put the chain back on Andrew's leg and took Andrew's back to the van, and they begin to move again. After some time, on the way to Abuja again, the car spoiled again. The car suddenly do zzz. So the car have eye contact and fingerprint. They brought Andrew back again. One officer was on this side, the other officer was on this side, and they asked Andrew to start the car. And Andrew used fingerprint to start the car, and the car start. And Andrew tell the other officer, go and close the bonnet. Go and close the bonnet. And then the guy went to close the bonnet. The officer went to close the bonnet. The other officer was on the left-hand side with GUN. And Andrew zoom off. Brrr, Andrew drive off. See story. See story. That is a story Harrison narrated on Daddy Freeze live evening. And I was sitting down and I'm watching. I'm like, what is this guy talking about? I said, what is this guy? Is this guy well? I said, what is this guy talking about? Is this guy okay in his head? I quickly go on my TikTok and I begin to talk. And everybody now discover, wow, hold on a second. These are fact. These are fact. These are fact. These are fact. But instead of Nigerians to rally around me and find out the truth, Harrison have 200,000 followers. I have like 5,000 followers. Who am I to fight with such a Janjaweed? Everybody. Don't forget, Harrison has been conditioning his follower from the 22nd. He has conditioned them to the point Andu was deleted. So they have already made up their mind that Andu is a monster. Whoever come out to talk that look like even supporting Andu, tiny, that person must be a monster as well. So I was a monster in the place of Andrew. Before Andrew died, while Andrew was still in the hand of the police alive, I called Just Adotun and I told Just Adotun, she's my friend. I was taking Just Adotun to airport. No, she actually missed her flight to Belgium. She came back to me. If this jacket is a witness, this jacket will be bearing me witness. I think this is how I dressed that day actually. She ran back to me and said, Ben, I've missed my flight. I need to go to Belgium. I have an appointment in Belgium. Take me to St. Pancras train station to get Eurostar. I said, no problem. Let's go. While we are going, I was telling her about this story. Andrew was still alive. I said, do you heard about this case from Harris and Guaman issue? He said, no. I showed her Rachel injury. The woman was like this. I also opened my phone. I show her the girls, Celine and Afiba. I said, this is the girls that are missing. I showed her. I said, my friend sent me this video on the 21st when they released him. But he said he didn't do it. But I don't know what is going on. He's currently in the hand of the police going to Abuja. Let us put voice into this so that the truth will come out. That's all I say to Just Adotun. Just I say, yes, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it. No problem. Let me get to Belgium. Just I don't go to Belgium. 2 days later, Andrew was gone. Then, Just Adotun quickly contact Harrison without me knowing. Don't forget, Just Adotun told me she does not know Harrison. I am telling you this with all of my blood. Just Adotun live like 5 minutes away from me. So I can't be lying against her. I gain nothing. But I didn't know she was a colo master, even though Gist Lover has been telling us this woman is a mental colo master. I don't know. She was a neighbor. So we talk. I show her. This woman went to tell Harrison he saw unalive. The girls are gone. They are unalive. We went live. She quickly arranged live with Harrison. And I was watching. That day I was working from home and I was watching. And I'm like, what is this woman talking about? And she was not even saying the truth. Not that she was not saying the truth. She was just saying incorrect stuff. The stuff she was saying were incorrect It's not the story I told her. She was just making assumption. Names were wrong. Invent I told her were wrong. So I joined life. That was the first time I joined life with Harrison. That was before Andrew died. And I say what I know. And I talk with Harrison on her life, and I talk with Josadotu, and I also repeat that day that my priority is that there's a lie going on. We want these girls to be safe. That's what I say. I said, I know, I said, there's a lies going on. It's too much lies. Then Harrison went on Daddy Freeze and gave that moo interview. Then I told Harrison, why are you speaking for police? This is already involved 3 people. 2 girls are missing. 1 man is dead. Now you are talking bullshit on Daddy Freeze. Are you okay? Then me and Harrison have argument. I told Harrison, the officer you are protecting collected money from police, from Andrew. Harrison said, no, they didn't. I said, Harrison, the officer you are protecting, you are telling Nigerians they took Andrew from Umuahia straight to Abuja. I said, they didn't tell you they slept in Uyo. No. They didn't tell you they slept in Benue. No. I said, go back to them. I said, go back to them. All along, even though I had my suspicions that Harrison is working for them, I did not call him out. But I have my suspicions. So when I play a text to him, I say, Harrison, Andrew paid these people. Harrison said, show me evidence. When he said, show me evidence, I'm very smart. I knew that Harrison is working for the police. Or he's working for somebody that is trying to hide the truth. I said, no. I said, go and ask the police if they collect so amount from him in Uyo and why. Harrison said, they were never in Uyo. I said, Harrison, they were in Uyo. I screenshot the hotel room. I said, send this picture to their officers and ask them about it. Oh, he came back to me, they said they slept in Uyo. That was when they admitted. But instead of Harrison to come down and start listening to me, if he's truly a human rights activist, Harrison doubled down. He began to insult me. Accomplice, Andrew's archive man. Just Adoto saw the picture of the girls dead, unalive on Ben's phone. All Nigerians begin to abuse me. But I did not run away. I did not hide. In short, I was everywhere. Daddy Freeze called me. I was there to say this truth that I know. All of you guys that are here now know that the same thing I repeated on Daddy Freeze is what I repeated every day. I didn't add Kobo on it. Harrison took my phone number and published it. People all over were insulting me. Your mama, you be organ harvester, you be evil, you be this. Let me take myself off. What happened to Selena and Afiba? All along, nobody cares. Everybody just say they are gone. Who told you they are gone? Did Nigerian police ever come out and make any announcement to you? Did Nigerian police, who have all the technology to check and track, give you anything that Andrew Ochekwo did this to the girls? Did Nigerian police come out and tell you MrBen did this to the girls or part of this? No. Who told you all that? Harrison. While I was pushing Nigerian police to account for themselves, Harrison was hiding everything. While I was pushing Nigerians to ask questions about Blessing's part, Harrison was hiding everything. When I published Blessing picture, I was the one that published Blessing's picture. I said, this is the #1 suspect. Because when we went on Daddy Freeze, they asked Afiba's husband, who is your suspect? You said Blessing and the boyfriend from Abuja. I didn't say it. Afiba's husband said it on Daddy Freeze. Why do you think she suspect Blessing? Because any person that know your daughter is missing and kept the message private for 48 hours is a suspect. Your wife wrote her best friend she went to visit. I am missing from the market I went to, or from my friend I went to see. And your wife friend kept the message away from you, kept it away from police, kept it away from everyone. Something is not right. While we are still talking about this, Harrison quickly went to Benue to go and identify body. Waiting consign Harrison with suspect where they don't pay a human rights activist. He was sweating. I should be working for FBI because this case I've already solved it long time ago. Harrison went to Benue. In short, when he got to Benue, they go to the mortuary and bring the body out. Where have you heard this in your life? Where have you heard this kind of story in your life? In your whole life? For those of you guys that live abroad, I am ashamed of una who support that kind of nonsense. They go to the mortuary and bring the body out. And Harrison stood and carried victory, and they video Harrison body, Andrew's body with blood. And Harrison staff say, this is the bastard, the big head bastard. And Harrison staff, Marvelous, say this is the bastard. When Harrison asks Marvelous, is this Andrew Ochekwo? Marvelous say, yes, this is Andrew Ochekwo. Harrison asks, is this the man you saw in Uyo? Marvelous say, yes. Why would Harrison send Marvelous to go and identify Andrew in Uyo? Why? Why? When Harrison made a broadcast on the 22nd, Harrison said, I heard Andrew will be released. Andrew was already released yesterday to his friend, the same officers that he knows, that he communicates with, that he has their phone number, that he has their Oga phone number. According to Harrison, the IRT boss, SP Moses, called Harrison comrade. He said, the Oga called me comrade. I know him for a long time. May Nigeria not happen to you. And may Nigeria not happen to your loved one. And may the day enemy will come for you, may you have your voice. Because just imagine if I didn't have my voice. If I didn't have a tiny platform or confidence to speak, what would have happened? Harrison went to Benue to identify body. They went into mortuary and bring the body. Harrison did not just identify body. Harrison went to identify the hunter suspect. Harrison brought them out and interviewed them. You've never hear one statement from any police. It's only Harrison. Why? Why was he doing so much? A civilian, a human rights activist. Every of the announcement in this case never come from the police. It came from Harrison. That is not asking. That does not make any reasonable person to ask a question. Follow Nigerians. Once they begin to follow this person can't do no wrong. Even when the person commit murder, they will be protecting the person. They will be protecting the person. Harrison interviewed the hunters. Harrison identified the body of Andrew. Harrison videoed them. His staff called Andrew bastard. Harrison laughed. On Daddy Freeze show, I asked Harrison, you call yourself a human rights activist. Somebody who has not been convicted in any court of law, who was murdered. Your staff call the person bastard and you laugh. Harrison say, if I was the one, I would have nodded him. Nigerians were clapping. Yes, 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 yes. Una be black Jesus. Harrison did not stop there. After I was talking that this is a lie, Harrison doubled up. Started calling me all sorts of names. His supporters were abusing me. If I come live like this, they will be abusing me. If I appear on Daddy Freeze, if I appear on any channel, any blog that posts me, they will go there and abuse the blog and abuse the platform. Everybody was scared. But if you just write about me on YouTube, you will have 50,000 views. So people begin to use me. MrBen accomplice, MrBen this, MrBen in London. What, there's a girl called Nazave. Nazave will come. MrBen, I'm a lawyer. Then there's a one called Mama of Five. Hey, MrBen. Everybody was just creating content on my name. But thank God that those things did not make me to drink otapia and pie. I double up as well. I begin to say the truth I know. The same truth I am saying on this phone, on this documentary now. Everything I say now, there's a video of it to collaborate everything I'm talking. From Harrison's side, from the police side, from everyone, every angle. After the case is boiling, and people are beginning to follow my TikTok, my videos are going viral, Harrison was restless. Suddenly, Harrison called Just Adoto. At that time, me and Just Adoto has not fight. We find two bodies in Aba. We are going to identify it. It's in a box. It's in a bag. Two bodies in a bag, in two bags. Harrison raised money. I sent 10,000 to Harrison. I copied the account Harrison was raising money on. I publish it. I contribute my own. Just Adoto called me and said, Ben, only 10,000 you send. You should send more. I said, no. I said, I just sent that one to support him. It's a crowdfunding. No, I don't believe in it. I know already Harrison was lying, but I keep my peace. Just Adoto sent Harrison 200,000. Harrison wrote Tony's husband that they need 500,000 this morning to go and identify the body. Tony's husband wrote Harrison and said, we've spent too much money. We don't have any other money anymore. I have the message because Just Adoto wanted to screenshot message and send to me and mistakenly screenshot all of the messages and send it to me. So I have the message. Then Harrison said they found body. Two body. Where they need money to go and identify the body. Harrison quickly go on his platform and started raising funds. I contributed. Harrison proceeded. But that day, there was nobody. The story died. I asked Just Adoto, they didn't find the body. Just Adoto told me there was no money, that they didn't raise enough money to go. I said, okay. So the next day, Just Adoto quickly wrote me and said, they found the body. I'm like, oh, really? And I went on Harrison's page, and Harrison was showing body on the ground, the camera, and they were blurring everything. The body on the ground, and the police were standing, and they were doing some wee police ambulance, fake, not even ambulance, some car. I think they put a speaker and do wee because there's no way that car will have a siren on it. That car does not have a siren on it. Go and watch the video. It was all doctored. They posted it. Nigerians were condemning Andrew. Oh, those girls, two body. Oh. I went live again. I didn't went live. I went to Harrison and I was watching the video. Lo and behold, I saw the same 4 officers that came to pick Andrew. I saw them identifying body in Aba. I say, things are not correct here. These are lies. I said, these are lies. I took my phone, I called Harrison. I said, Harrison, so you travel back to Aba to go and identify human body? Is there no police in Aba? He said, no, somebody called me. I have to work with my team to go and do it. I said, no, there's a police in Aba. But the police were with us. We have police with us. This is what Harrison told me. I said, which police? The same police that came to pick Andrew up. Harrison cut off phone. Because Harrison did not believe that I identified those officers. Because when those officers came on the 21st to collect Andrew from Umahia and brought Andrew to the house, Andrew's staff at home recorded everything. They picture everything. I have the video. They know their faces. I have the picture. So when Harrison was showing those ones, I said, Harrison said police. I said, which police? I said, those are the same officers that came to pick Andrew and kill him along the road. They return with you again. They follow you to Benue to go and identify Andrew body. They follow you back to Aba to come and see body. I said, Harrison, you are a criminal. That's what I said. I said, you are a kidnapper and you are part of this crime. They went, started campaigning against me. They started paying Daddy Freeze. Now, Daddy Freeze on this matter, for those of you that may be watching the documentary, people should ask Daddy Freeze who paid him to talk about this case. Because nobody paid me anything. And nobody paid you to listen. But who paid Daddy Freeze to spin it against me? Daddy Freeze have a media company for public image cleaning. So somebody was behind sponsoring Daddy Freeze. This is the story of Andrew Ochekwo, Celine Afiba, Celine and Afiba. This is their story. For those of you guys that may be asking, what is the update? There is no update. Andrew body is still with the police. According to the family member, they have done autopsy. The police is not accusing Andrew of any wrongdoing. Then, if they are not accusing Andrew of any wrongdoing, where is Afiba and Celine? Today is the 8th of January. Andrew was picked up on the 8th of May. How many months ago? Andrew was killed on the 26th of May. Go and watch the video. They say he was running away. We shoot him. Does that look like he was running away? They shoot him. The car, you see, they use block to damage the car. Waiting consign Harrison in all of this. Una know one. Harrison is a kidnapper. I give all of you assignment. Head over to his page. Look at his face, eye to eye. If you are a Muslim, if you are a Songo worshipper, if you are a Christian, just ask God to interpret this guy to you. And come back to me and look at my face and ask God to interpret me to you. Don't tell anybody how you feel. Go and watch Harrison. Watch him talking. He was involved in the case on the 11th. He never talked about it until the 22nd. The evidence are there. If he was so interested in Afiba and Celine, why did he not talk about it on the 11th, on the 12th, on the 13th, on the 14th, on the 15th, on the 16th, on the 17th, on the 18th, on the 19th, on the 28th? Why? Now, Blessing have since run away, left Nigeria. She lives in Dubai. I have tried to reach out to her. My team reached out to her while the case was on. We wanted to speak to her. She said she don't want to talk to me because I expose her family. Blessing has run away. In short, I'm asking you to go and watch the interview Harrison had with Blessing. Then you will see the hidden secret. When Andrew was finally confirmed dead, Harrison went to collect the 1.5 million in cash. From who? From who? From the police. To give who? Just think about it. Oh. Even if Banana Republic cannot, even Banana Republic will not believe this story. The same Harrison went to collect the 1.5 million. He was denying, police never collected. Now collect it in cash. And after my investigation, MrBen gave us a very vital information. I now approached the police and the police gave me the money and they gave me 30,000 for the charge card. And his supporter were like, oh, well done, human rights activist, well done, you are the best. Can you believe it? This is the story of Afiba and Celine. I can tell you categorically today, Blessing, Harrison, Blessing boyfriend, are my suspect. Afiba and Celine, and also a suspect in this case. The victim in this case is Andrew, because he's not here to speak for himself. We don't know where Afiba and Celine is. The police are not talking. Did they know what I don't know? Are they hiding? Is this truly an extortion plan went wrong? Why did they collect Andrew's watch, Andrew's money, Andrew's property, and they even wanted to keep that car? Because if you see that car was never damaged. Harrison interviewed the hunter. Harrison interviewed Rachel. Harrison identified body. According to Harrison, somebody called him from Germany that there was a body in Aba for 30 days and the body have no leg and no hand. And the body has been there for 30 days. So somebody saw a body in a community for 30 days. The person go there, open the box, see no hand, no leg, cover it, go back home and start counting day 1, day 2 for 30 days. And it was immediately after Andrew was spied, the person now called Harrison from Germany. And Harrison called SP Moses and say, oh, they say they find a body. SP Moses, you go there and identify the body. I send officer with you. And it happened to be the same officers who kidnapped Andrew from Umuahia and take him on a 5 days hotel sleeping enjoyment, finally kill him on the 6 days. It's the same officer that went to identify the body. I beg now. We not be mumu now. I don't say mumu for Nigeria, but not be every one of us now. Not be every one of us be mumu. So some of them, they were happy that I never talk about the case. I have submitted a petition to the British Embassy. And the petition is working well. The Nigerian police, the AIG office, they take it serious. We must get to the bottom of this matter. If those girls were lying that they were kidnapped, then they must come out. If somebody else spy them and try to put it on whoever available next, then the truth must come out. If Andrew did it, the truth must come out. But with everything I have laid down now, you and I know, common sense should tell you, Nigeria just happened to Andrew. Some of you guys are saying, oh, he's a criminal in the UK, he's this, he's that, he's that, he's that, he's this, he was convicted in the UK. Who is not convicted? Your president is convicted. He's your president today. Did anybody pardon him? Some of you guys are convicted. This injustice that you guys are drumming. When I was talking about this, MrBen, hand will touch you. Hand don't touch me. Some of them never see food chop. Everything Harrison stands for is criminality. I just want you to know that one. Everything that Harrison stands for is criminality. Criminal. That's it. This guy, Harrison Gwaminishu, have spent 4 years in prison for kidnapping her boss, a lady who gave him a job. 4 years. Armed robbery and kidnapping. I'm not lying. Harrison said he didn't do it, but he spent 4 Christmas inside jail. The same Harrison has gone to eat ofada rice, and he went to a room and take a picture of himself and post it to his Facebook and started crying he has a kidney problem. Until his friends came out and said, which kidney? Which doctor diagnosed you? Oh, I'm sorry. It was a mistake. I was having a stomach. I am not lying. The videos are there on his page. That is Harrison. You are believing over me. You know, say something is cost for Nigerian people head. Now, his job now is to go and collect money. If police collect money from somebody, Harrison will go and collect it in cash. The other day was 3 million. The other day was 1.8. The latest one is 10 million. The same Harrison. So what is the relationship between the police and Harrison? Go to his page and then come back and tell me what do you think is the relationship. A youth copper was traveling, police kidnapped him, beat him, take him to a cell, they stole him, family member contribute up to 10 million When the youth copper came out, went to social media and talked, Harrison went and collect the money in cash. Those officers, everything condemned. Just the way he collect Andrew's money, just the way he laundered the image for Andrew, for the police, just the way he report the crime of Andrew, instead of allowing police to report it, just the way he came out and identified body for the police. According to Harrison, when the body was found, he was in Abuja. And then the police say, you know the territory very well. We are sending you there to go and identify the body for us. I then fly to Lagos. From Lagos, I flew down to Onitsha. From Onitsha, I take Uber to Aba, to Aba to go and identify body. All lies. All lies. So, police, they look for person where they miss. They can't find the body. Now, Harrison, they go consent. Harrison can't take effort. Travel to Lagos. Lagos to Onitsha. Onitsha to Aba. Una they clap. Una they clap. That is the story. That is a full package story. Let anybody come and dispute what I say. No be church comment. Some people will be say their last name is empty. They will come on comment section, they comment rubbish. History will be here. That is the truth. I want to thank you guys for joining. For those of you guys that watch this live, it is amazing to have you guys around. I'm going to take a few questions from TikTok. I hope Star One is available, our sister from America. And those of you guys that want to join, I'm going to turn the recording off now. And then if you want to join on TikTok and have your questions, I am more than willing to answer questions now, especially from those of you guys that still believe in that criminal called Harrison Gwamenishu. So if you want to join, just request you are joining and I will take you in. This is just a New Year wrap up of the case of Afiba and Celine. My name is Ben Samuel, and that is nothing I say on this particular recording is a lie. Everything I say here are the truth that I know to be truth, and I said it clearly. I am not saying this to defend Andrew in any way. I am saying this for posterity and for history to be recorded against him or for him, against me or for me, against Harrison or for Harrison, against Nigerian police or for Nigerian police. So you, the member of the public, will watch this video and then you will make up your mind. You will know exactly what I'm talking now. My biggest problem is Nigerians and their influencers. People say things and nobody question it. People just followed. The truth is in the detail. Don't just hear it. Look at the detail and you will see the truth. Thank you. I'm going to invite a few of you guys if you want to join. As you can see, Oludayo. Oludayo was one of the people that believed on this platform when we started decimating truth on this platform from the beginning. Oludayo lives in Canada. He's not supporting me. He supports the truth and rational thinking. And what Oludayo did was basically analyze it the way he analyzed it. And we did with this case together with him for over 5 months. And this is a new year. And last night, I have made up my mind that I'm coming here today to basically give you guys a lowdown of this very, very case. At one point, Celine family could not reach, the police are not contacting them. Afiba's family, the police were not contacting them. So it was me that was fighting for them. At one point, I had to even speak to Nigerian police PRO, and Nigerian police PRO was telling me, oh, Mr. Ben, this is a very complicated case. I told the man, this is not complicated. It's just that you don't want to investigate it because your officers are involved, deeply involved in this matter, or you guys are covering for somebody. I want to say thank you for joining. Last King, good evening or good morning.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
I see that you've been here. You watch how I put. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I joined from the middle. Like you've gone far before I joined. But
Yes.
from everything I heard, those with all the evidences that you say that you have enough. They say it's enough to get the case looked at again. But knowing the country where it happened, that will never happen. Once the Islamic case closed, they've closed it because the pictures, like I respect you. I don't think that you will be stupid enough to say that you have evidence that you don't have. So those kind of claims, you having those evidences is enough to get any civilized, just and fair system to get the case reopened and looked at again. But it's just a sad case, the country that we are in. All you can do is just talk and what you have. Keep on reminding people so they will not fall victim for another time this kind of thing happens. That's the only thing I see for now, because for that country, I don't think you can take it to anywhere that it can make sense. They won't even look at it. They won't even want to look at your evidence. And even you yourself, if you touch foot in Nigeria now, they might even grab you.
They are looking for me. That's why when they come, oh, come to Nigeria now, come to Nigeria, and I'm always asking, if I offend, call the UK to arrest me. What? Because if I come there, it will be 1 minute arrest.
They have no law. They have no law. They will arrest you for anything, and that will be the end. That will be the end. It's a very sad case. I feel so sad for that man, Mr. Andrew. I feel so sad for him. May his soul rest in peace. I just feel so sad for him. For Nigeria to happen to him like that. And like you said, that he was born and bred.
He was born and bred here.
That was why he trusted so much.
Born and bred here.
I think.
Go ahead,
I think that was probably the deciding moment that kind of made me start to rethink the whole case. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, people.
I've been listening to your story or to your narration of events, and I wanted to say I really commend you for how well you paint the picture, for how well you explain and you chronicle the details, in date order, and you made everything very, very clear for anybody who entered at any point to understand and to follow along. I knew a little bit about this story of the girls when it happened last year, but when I first came in, I even forgot. When I saw that picture, I was like, who is that? And then as you were talking, I remembered the case, and I was asking critical. I was thinking critically as you were speaking to ask critical, questions, because I'm not obviously for anybody's side. I don't know the girls personally. I don't know Mr. Andrew personally. I saw, online, like the reports or the articles on him, and my mind was like, okay, did he actually do it then? Because like that's the way it seems. But I really appreciate the way you have documented and you've narrated everything. It was when you now got to the part where you said this guy was born and bred in the UK, because I saw he was a British Nigerian, that I thought, wow, okay, so what would be like that I don't know, for me that just kind of changed things a little bit, his naivety of interaction with the police and everything. I don't know,
he was just naive. He was just naive to believe them.
Yeah.
He was just naive. Like the lawyer looked at me and said, I told this guy. The guy was like, he don't know whether they touch him with a juju. He just said he trusted them until they got to where he began to question things was highly in Benue. When they got to Benue, he began to worry, like, I feel like kidnapped now. I feel like these people kidnapped me.
And the saddest thing is that a lot of Nigerians, for any case really, they don't sit down to think critically.
No.
It doesn't mean that because you hear this story, you have to believe one person or believe the other, but you have to at least be able to open your mind and your ears to listen and question things for yourself and try to ask, okay, what's making sense, what doesn't make sense? But they don't, a lot of people don't do that. It's really sad, because it really means there are so many cases. I mean, we already know, but there are so many cases in Nigeria where the victims, the real victims, are the ones prosecuted. The people who are truly innocent are the ones sent to jail or, unfortunately unalive for things they didn't do. And again, this is not me saying I've chosen any side or anything.
No,
but
you just been rational in your
Yeah.
in your thinking about it completely.
just listen.
Mhm.
It's very hard for some people.
It's
Like
a
I remember when I was growing up, we used to say those days, if you are carrying money, like this was growing up in Nigeria, we used to say if you are carrying money and you see armed robbers on your left and then police are on your right, you are better off running to the armed robbers because they will only take your money.
Mhm.
Because if you go to the right, the police will take your money and kill you.
and try to hide it. Mhm.
Yeah, it was a general from childhood in Nigeria. This was some things that we used to tell ourselves. So Mr. Andrew was just very unlucky. He didn't have that same kind of upbringing or knowledge to know that in Nigeria you don't trust, you can't trust them. You can't trust them at all. Police is one of the most dangerous forces in Nigeria, to be honest. An encounter with police is very dangerous. If you're not willing to bribe them and you want to challenge, prove your rights, it can be very dangerous. I've seen them shoot people over checkpoints matter that are trying to check something about the car and the person is getting aggressive, which is understandable. People have places to go and you are stopping them. You don't know what's pressing the driver. The driver wants to get somewhere quick. Police will be there, open your bonnet, this one. When you start arguing with them, they shoot you on the leg. I've seen them accidental, they will say it's accidental discharge. Nigeria.
My biggest fight going forward is this idea of believing anything someone saw on social media. It's
Just
so
because the person has following.
It's so painful. It's so painful. Like Nigerians have no especially Nigerians, the critical mindset of actually looking at matter and say this is not right.
It's
Like
almost as if follower count equals to credibility.
that, but in Nigeria, it's equal to credibility for them. That's why they will say, no matter how true something, they will say, you see, you don't have a like on it. And I'm like looking at them, say, do you think I post this for likes? For them, they look at it, we are not liking it, we are not sharing it. You don't have a like. So if what I'm saying now, I had this argument with Daddy Freeze, and that's why I have such a contempt for Daddy Freeze at the moment, because when we talk, I told him, I said, Daddy Freeze, you are smart. You probably know this fact to be true. Why are you spinning it to the other round? Daddy Freeze told me he got paid. I said, who paid you? Because he said, I don't handle any case without being paid. But who paid Daddy Freeze? And then he sent me this message. When we finally decided, because I went on attack on him, I said, bro, you are using your platform against the fact that it's on the ground. When we finally found the body, that the body was fake, I sent the picture to him. The body that was found. When we found that that body was not even a body, it was a carcass.
What?
Oh, you...
Sorry?
It was not a body.
What?
It's not a body. I have the video here. All you need to do is to go down, and then you see the video yourself. I got the video directly from the source. When Harrison posted that video, he blurred all the whole video. You can't really see, it was doctored. So then I fight hard and I got the original video. I mean, I don't want to even describe it. You need to look at it yourself and ask yourself, what part of human being look like this? It was completely terrible. And then when Celine family went to the hospital to go and look at the body, Harrison said, oh, come to the hospital and look at the body. When the man got to the hospital, to the mortuary, they show video to the man, the picture to the man. They didn't allow the man to see it. And this was a body, Harrison said, look like Celine. There is no way in the world a body that can decompose for 30 days will look like Celine. For you to come on the social media and say it's light skin, it look like Celine, it might be Celine, shows that the lies you are trying to sell can never sell anywhere. But of course, Nigerians accepted it. But then when I brought the video out, everything shut down. Even Harrison don't want to talk about it anymore. The video is there. I posted it.
So I had seen online, and I do have a question, but yeah, I'd seen online that a decomposing body had been found, and the body was, you know, without hands or legs or even a head. So I do question how then were they able to identify if you don't have teeth or fingerprints or hair or anything. But the question I did want to ask, I don't know if you have an answer or not.
Yes.
You had mentioned at one point in the narration that there were 30 policemen that went to his house,
Yes.
and his curtains were all intact.
Intact.
No blood or anything. But then there are articles online that say that the body that, or bodies that were found by his house had a curtain
that's similar to his curtain from the house.
So yeah, so I mean, had he been back home? I mean, it sounds like he wasn't back home. Oh, so isn't that somebody entered his house?
I need to record this. I need to record this. The answer I'm going to give to you need to be documented as well. Sorry.
Because I did see that, I did hear you say that, and I had seen that on an article that there was a curtain that had similar to what he had in his own home.
Yes.
But it sounds like he had left his home with the officers anyway, on the way to Benue and Uyo and all these places.
He left his home. Okay, the question you are asking is because you saw it online that the curtain that was wrapped to the body is a similar curtain or Andrew's curtain. Yes. In short, it is Andrew's curtain. Because when Harrison went to Andrew's house, not the police, Harrison went with the same officers to Andrew's house. Harrison pointed the curtain. Oh, you see, there was curtain here. One curtain is missing here. That was the curtain that was used to wrap the body. Okay? And that shows the same curtain of Andrew that covered that body. Now, this is my answer. On the 8th, when Andrew was picked up, 30 officers came. And I repeat myself again. On the 21st, when those officers also came to the house, about 4 of the officers, those are the same officers who returned back to identify that body. So Harrison also said there was a blood in the bed and there was a blood on the wall. So those 4 officers who finally transported Andrew that slept in the hotel with him was the last police officer that visited Andrew's house with Andrew on the 21st. The question Nigerian police need to ask, did those officers also did not see those blood that day? Did they not see the blood on the bed? Did they not see the curtain missing? And they still transport Andrew and slept 5 days with him in the hotel, and they were eating together with video evidence? That don't make no sense. Now let me tell you what happened. After they killed Andrew, Harrison, Marvelous, and these are facts, Harrison, Marvelous went back to Andrew's house to carry out an operation. They removed the curtain and they got that fake body and wrap it and put it there. And they arranged a photo up and declared to the nation there was a body found. There was never a curtain from Andrews missing. It was Harrison, Marvelous, the officers did it to do their complete cover-up. Those are facts. The police Nigeria know this, and that is why they are not talking. I am calling them out on it on a fact base. That is just the truth. Harrison Gwaminishu visited Andrew's house more than 5 times. Harrison Gwaminishu removed Andrew's property, all of them, shoes, clothing. When we challenged Harrison, Harrison said police instructed him to remove them and take him to Abuja. What concerned a human rights activist with a deceased home?
That's another question I had. Who exactly is he to be so involved in this case that the police are relying on him so much?
The police are using him because the police Nigeria, they have no social media. Their biggest social media and publicity stunt are Nigerians that make themselves available. One of those people is Harrison Gwaminishu. So, and his page is a crime scene. About 2 weeks ago, he came out and recovered 10 million. That 10 million was not taken from that young youth copper, from any criminal. It was taken by the police. in the same eastern part of Nigeria. When that guy now went on social media, said he was kidnapped by police, this is 10 million, these are the receipts, different transfers. Some money was even transferred from abroad to that account the police nominated. Harrison went behind and collected that money in cash and gave it to the person. And if the person talk, they will threat you. The case is dead. The video is available on Harrison's page. So how do you expect police? How do you expect police kidnap somebody and one individual go and collect the money in cash behind the back? What kind of understanding did he have with the police?
Yeah, I mean, that was also a question I had in my mind. So if Andrew had paid if Andrew was being extorted by the police and he asked for 3 million, he had paid 1.5 to the police. How does that money then end up in Harrison's hands? What's the relationship there?
That after Andrew was killed, the money ended up in Harrison's hand.
Yeah, but I mean, using critical thoughts, somebody would have to ask, okay, so what is Harrison's business with that 1.5M? Like, why would it transfer from Andrew to the police, who had been extorting Andrew, allegedly, supposedly, and then that 1.5 also now ended up in Harrison's hands? Is he a bounty hunter, or I don't understand, like, where's the relationship there? It doesn't make sense how he would have ended up coming into the 1.5M. It doesn't make sense. It's weird.
Yes, yeah, this is something that Nigerians are not asking, because all I can see an enterprise, a syndicate, literally. It's a criminal enterprise that is operating. Harrison in conjunction with Nigerian police force. But when you call Harrison, there are a lot of people that followed him and they don't have thinking. They're like, you are attacking him. I'm like, why are you attacking Harrison? Leave him alone. I say, no, he needs to account for himself. Let him come out and say why he did what he did. How did he able to get the 10 million in cash from police? In cash. In cash. It's terrible. If you look at what is going on, it's just don't even if it's a bounty hunter. I've never seen where a bounty hunter collect money from police in America. A bounty hunter will go and collect money from police. It's impossible. This one is collecting from the police. From the police. So it can only be a criminal enterprise. And when I throw this comment to Nigerian police PRO, he couldn't answer himself. He couldn't answer because Harrison is being used to launder Nigerian police image. Every time they are out to be dragged, Harrison will go for the back and cover it for them. So this particular case is this case that will swallow them. Me, I know what I do, and I know how far I have come with this case. It doesn't make any sense at all. It does not make any sense. When you look at it left and right, in short, be biased about it, you will still think something is not right. Something is not right. The guy is dead. He paid money. That should be part of the investigation. The bank account that received that money should be part of the investigation. The police that instruct that bank account to receive that money should be part of the investigation. You going to collect the cash, you are trying to cover the cost of justice. And that is what he did. And that is what he keep on doing. And Nigerians can't open their eye and see what I'm seeing. Because he has followers.
Sorry to cut it in there, but Mr. Andrew, if being a British citizen,
yes,
yeah, if you take all the evidence that you have to the British police, the Scotland Yard, at least get them to look at it. Let somebody else look at it. I know it might be a far-fetch, but the guy is a British citizen at the end of the day.
They have
dual national?
No, he came to Nigeria with a visa.
With a visa, so
yes,
it's a case worth looking at.
No, they are looking. Let me tell you the reason why Nigerian police are keeping quiet is because the British have actually got involved with the case. And the British, the last time I spoke to the embassy told me Nigerian government, they can't give them how long it will take them to do the investigation, that they will get in touch. And the last update I have with them is this: that they are still investigating it. So
bureaucracy and red tape.
They are still investigating it. But after all said and done, they will have to make their report final to the member of the public in the time of what happened to Andrew. But the most important thing is this: what happened to Selena and Afiba. That is very, very important. At least we can confirm Andrew is dead. We've seen picture evidence. We cannot confirm Selena and Afiba and what happened to them. So this is very, very also very important. Unfortunately, Selena and Afiba's families are very poor and they are not having the resources to fight. And also being in Nigeria, especially Selena family, is very difficult for them to raise their voice, to say what they want to say. Intimidation tactic has been applied to them in different angle. And for some time now, I have not speak to them. I have not speak to any of them because I basically cut myself off the case. What I am doing now, I'm not even doing justice for Andrew, or neither am I doing justice for anybody. What I'm doing now, I'm trying to teach Nigerians to be very careful. This can happen to you. This can really happen to you. It can happen to anybody. Somebody can rap any dirty on you. Just imagine when Harrison went to Benue to identify body, Harrison said, "This is it, the case is over. I've shown you the body, the case is over." How can the case how can the case be over when we are still looking for Selena and Afiba? Now then you went and gave us a fake body. Fake body. I mean, like fake. It's a cow. It's not even a human being.
What?
Oh my God. I wish TikTok will allow me to display this image for you guys. Maybe I will. I will. Hold
the
on.
thing is, for someone like me, I can't even go and look for that kind of video
Hold
because I
on.
don't want to see anything distressing.
Yeah.
But that sounds so crazy.
We are coming. We are coming. Just hold on a second, guys. How do I get the picture out now? You don't understand. What I have seen in this case is just mind-boggling. It's just mind-boggling. It's crazy. Where is it? This board. I just want to change.
How are you doing?
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
Have you been listening to us? Because if you just joined, you wouldn't understand what we're talking about. We've been dealing on one topic since.
Okay, I actually just joined now. That's why I'm just trying to like.
It's quite lengthy. We spent 2 hours. I took my time to narrate about this particular story I was talking about, and then just trying to get something out.
I do have another question when you're ready, please.
Yeah, go ahead and ask, please. Yeah.
Okay. I would like, if you can, please, just maybe talk a little bit again about. You said there was somebody, your neighbor, and then when it seemed, you said something about how Harrison had said they needed to raise money, or somebody had said they needed to raise money to go and identify.
Okay, look at the bone. Look at what you're looking at the moment.
But that's just bones.
Yes. So this is just part of the video. This is a screenshot of the video. You know, you can't play video on TikTok. That bone is nowhere a human bone. It's like this, like this. That is a rib cage of one side. It's literally impossible, and everything we've got out of it. And this is what Harrison say. Look like it's light in skin and look like Celine. That's all I needed to say.
Oh dear.
That is light in skin. He said it on Daddy Freeze. It likes in skin and look like Celine. So you ask me the question again, please. Let me answer it. Sorry.
Yeah. So there was a part where you said that some money was being raised, I think, to go and identify a person or some persons.
Yes.
You had contributed 10K to it.
Yes.
Can you explain again what was happening that money needed to be raised. And I remember when you were saying that, I was asking myself, why did you contribute to
Yes.
Harrison?
So this is what I did because I'm very, very smart. When I reported it to when we went live with Just Adotu, then Just Adotu at that time, Andrew Just Adotu went live and talked about it. Just Adotu is one Nigerian social media influencer that normally she live in my neighborhood here. And then Harrison say, oh, there was a body that has been found in Aba. He's going to check it, but they needed money. And Harrison was raising money. In order not to show any bias, in order not to show that I am against him going to find the body that he said he found, he sent the account. I copied the account and I put it on my Nigeria 24 News blog on Facebook and on Instagram. And I advise people to go donate so Harrison can go and find the information you want to find. Because at that time, I wasn't fighting Harrison. I was just driving into the truth. He has not
raising money for transportation.
Yes, he was raising money for transportation to go and identify the body. I'm like, this sounds strange to me. Anyway, I sent 10,000 naira to him. And just had to send 200,000 naira to him. The announcement was that there was 2 bodies found, but it would turn out to be not even a body in a suitcase. He said all that suitcase story evaporated. There was never a suitcase with body. There was a body wrapped in a cotton. The lie was just too much. The lies was just too much. The videos are there. When Just Adotu came out and said, oh, Mr. Harrison Guaminishu, I found 2 bodies in Aba and they are going to identify it. And Harrison also said it on his platform. But it turned out there was nobody in the bag. There was Andrew's cotton wrapped with that carcass that you saw now, which was doctored. Nobody ever see the true video. I have to do all my research to find the true video from some plugs within the system. Because not all Nigerian police are bad. Some of them really have conscience. And they reach out in private and they tell me things about this case that will shock everyone. But every day, Harrison will go on his platform and blast my picture and say, and this is Andrew's best friend, his accomplice, and everyone will be commenting, and I'll just be laughing, like literally. So it is a case that will stay for a very long time in the memory of Nigeria. That's why this documentary is going to be very, very brutal, because this video we did earlier will be extracted and all of them will be popped with all the videos, Harrison identifying the body, the same officer picking Andrews up, the same officer returning back to identify the body, how Harrison said he found phone in Andrews' house. You remember he found phones in Andrews' house, but when he was finding the phone, he did not video it. He later went to a hotel and said, this is how I found the phone. The phone was on top of the... You enter a suspect house, you did not video the house. You're finding phones. Who asked you to enter their property?
Wow, it's a heavy one.
It's a heavy case. This case almost killed me. I'm being honest with you. This case almost destroyed my life. All because I came out and I said, what you are saying is wrong. This guy, all I say was that this guy was driving himself. You are lying. Why would you say the car have fingerprint? The car did not have fingerprint. The car did not have eye contact. Something is wrong. You guys are lying. That's all I say for the first time. And they try to spin it against me and call me accomplice and call me this and call me all sorts of names. Just imagine if I did not have the confidence to come outside and talk, or if I was working for a company, if I don't have my own employment and I was working for a company and I don't have time, I don't have dedicated time to come and do this and dispute what they're saying, I would have just been thrown away inside the bin. And people would have just destroyed my life for nothing. We dragged this for 6 months. And up to now, police have never come out and say Andrew did it, Andrew did anything wrong. Police have never come out and even give a statement about it. In a case where 3 people's life is at stake, 1 is gone permanently. 2 are still missing, because in the UK, somebody have to miss for 7 years before you declare them deceased if there's nobody. And I believe such is the law in Nigeria. So the police are just giving themselves time. I want to thank you guys. Honestly speaking, whenever I talk about this case, I have headache. It's a heavy information, and I'm sorry that I have to do this publicly today.
I understand. It's a very emotional one for you because you were involved in some ways.
Yes.
And you're close to it.
Yes, I was fully involved in it. I was aware from the day one. And it was me, Nigeria, after Andrew was gone, it was me that was the next excuse they wanted to lynch. They brought all sorts of nonsense. They brought a guy called Sabio. There's a guy called Sabio from America. That one said he's FBI. That one was just talking rubbish that make no sense to a chicken. Looking for cloud. MrBen, black sheep member. I don't know what they're talking about. So that's it. Well, he said for last king to keep quiet. I know say that thing heavy. This is a crime. This is a crime story we just discussed today.
Yes. From when I came in and started listening, the whole case needs to be re-examined.
No, be good. My own are to just be put the truth out there, and once in a while come out and remind people that we don't forget. It's very, very important. So the way
a man's life just went like that.
Yes.
What you're doing is I commend it because you are keeping him going. You are keeping the hope for justice for him and for the 2 girls as well. Because whatever happened, nobody knows their fate. It needs to be found out. If they're in the village somewhere, it needs to be found out. If they are alive, hiding, they need to be found out. If they are dead, it needs to be determined.
At least the police should come out and say, okay, this is all our investigation, or those girls are gone. The family can now prepare their mind and say, this investigation, our phone record and everything we did, it's so simple to find, isn't it? It's so simple. It's so simple. But because some big men or some people are involved, and I tell you that Blessing is no longer in Nigeria. Let me ask People's Princess, or People's Queen, my sister.
Yeah.
You are actually People's Princess indeed. God bless you, my sister. When I talk about Blessing, what do you think, in not judgmental, what do you think about her part in all of this case?
So I actually came in when you were speaking about her, when you were asking us, the audience, okay, if your friends went missing and you received a text, what would you do? I was replying in to myself here, like I would definitely go to the police. I hadn't even commented it, right? And then the more you were talking about the situation, I was like, yo, this Blessing is sounding very, very suspicious. How is it that you are informed that your friends are missing for 48 hours, you do not report to anybody? Okay, number one, that's weird. Number two, okay, you decide that your friends are missing, you decide to travel to a different state for an interview. That's number two. That's very missing. That's very suspicious. We all have friends, and I'm a woman myself, and I was putting myself, as I was listening to you narrating the story, I was thinking, if my friends were missing, this is not what I'd be doing. She's acting very, very suspicious. And then when you said that Afiba's husband had contacted Blessing to ask about Afiba, and Blessing had said that she had been waiting for Afiba, and Afiba had shown. Meanwhile, Afiba's things were in her house.
For days.
That was what really sealed the deal for me. Like, this lady is extremely suspicious, and she really does need to be looked into again. But yeah, by the end, when you said she went to Dubai, that was just very disappointing, because I don't know how, justice can be served in that case, or how she can be extradited maybe for further investigation. But she sounds extremely suspicious. And even as you said, the fact that her friends came to her house and she took the video or she took the picture to say, okay, hey, these are my friends, they came to my house, but they're leaving now. That in itself, that as a standalone thing, is not a bad thing. If your friends came over, you might be excited to say, oh, this was nice, my girls were here or whatever. But when you put together all the other little things that paints a broader picture, it's very, very suspicious behavior from Blessing.
Thank you.
Very suspicious.
Last King, what do you think about Blessing?
Yes. Oh, yes. I didn't hear this part, but the way she explained it there, my friend, nobody in their right head will say that their friend will go missing, and after your friend has gone missing, you don't go and your friends are missing and you don't report it. No, that story doesn't clear. She needs to.
Don't share it to anybody when you're living in a country where there are so much kidnappings, and you're not concerned for your friend. It didn't make sense.
She didn't even share it with the husband of their friend.
Yeah, even after knowing the fact.
Yes.
She needs to be questioned. I said that's why she's right. Oh my God, this case is so sad. It's just so sad how somebody's life just vanished like that. If this Andrew guy was white now, Scotland Yard would have this case wrapped up
within a second.
Easy.
Within a second. And that's exactly what I wrote to David Lamb. I wrote it to David Lamb. I wrote it to the Foreign Office. I wrote a very compelling email to her. Then she sent it to FCDA. FCDA is the Foreign Office that the regional Foreign Office department will be handling it. They replied to me, and I also get a call from the regional Foreign Office in Africa, and they told me that they are looking into it. I got the reference number. I got email from the British High Commission. But I'm only one person dealing with this case as of the time, and the pressure on me was unprecedented. People were attacking me from left and right, and it was very, very difficult for me to do. But what I did was that I make sure that I reported it to the Metropolitan Police, I reported it to my local police, and I reported it to the Foreign Office. I reported it to the embassy with a long, lengthy, exactly as I explain it now. I wrote a 3-page petition explanation step by step, and I asked question to question. Blessing's name popped up over 10 times on the message, on the email I sent to them, and they replied me, and they followed it up and called me about it, and they got in touch with Nigerian police department to ask about it. What they advised me is that we should look for a local lawyer in Nigeria to be chasing Nigeria up, which we've done. But the most important thing that people need to understand, that Nigerian police have never accused Andu of kidnapping the girls. Not once. Not once.
I think you need to turn this into a movement. Get people to, because if up to say 50 people gather in front of the Foreign Office carrying placards of this man, a local media group will pick it up just to see what they're talking about. Just a reporter will talk to them anyway. We end up in a newspaper or something. This will gain traction and try to help get justice for this man. Even the family, is his family still in the UK?
The families are here, yeah.
Yeah, the family, they need to get involved. They need to form some kind of an organization. Go up there to the Foreign Office. Try to just stand peacefully, demonstrate out across the street, carrying his pictures. There's always news cameras. There's always news. If you want to get on TV, that's the quickest way to get on TV, because there are always cameras out there. When you go there, even local reporters are always wandering around there. They just talk to you about the case. You tell them the same story. I don't think anybody will hear this and not want and not have the same questions that we all have. So the best thing that I would say now, because to wait for the Nigerian government to do anything,
no, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do anything.
They're not going to do anything. Somebody needs to push them. They need to be pushed to save themselves from embarrassment. That's the only time that they do something.
The reason
That's the
why
only time.
The reason why I'd asked earlier if he was a dual national or dual citizen is because if he was a Nigerian citizen as well, and of course, this all happened in Nigeria, then there is nothing the British government can
Yes.
do.
Yes, there's nothing the British government, they have limited hand if it's a dual national. Yes. Because it happened in his own country.
Is he a dual national?
As of the time he left this country, he was a single national. I remember him collecting his visa in London.
Yeah, if he's not a dual national, he's a full British citizen.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mind whether he was his parents are both from Nigeria and have Nigerian citizenship. Him himself hasn't been registered in any. He doesn't have a BVN. They didn't have an NIN. He doesn't have a Nigerian birth cert. Coming to Nigeria on a visa with a British passport. He is like a tourist that came to Nigeria and never went back. The only difference is that he's black. That's the only reason. If he was a white man, Scotland Yard would have this they would have it wrapped immediately.
In a second.
Immediately. There will be arrests happening. They will be arresting people immediately. Well, it's just the sad fate. No matter what where you are, a black man will always be.
But in a way, if we actually look at it, let's even assume like those of us that live in Britain, like we have dual citizen. I have dual citizen. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a British, and many of us are. Just imagine if this happened to you and you can't just see justice, nothing, like zero, no accountability. Somebody just died. It's so heartbreaking. It's so heavy to remind people how dangerous this case is. For me to be able to survive it for that long, it takes me now. It's now that I'm talking about it, it doesn't make me anything. I just talk about it the way I talk about it. Before, I can't sleep. It was that heavy.
And when you were narrating this, when you were speaking about this, the way people were in the comments, like, are you still on this matter? And I said, you're talking about this matter.
Yes.
Like, these are real human lives.
Yes.
You don't care. Like, this is not some sensational news of a celebrity that you think is going to go past in one day or
yes.
5 weeks or whatever. Like, this is a real case.
They were even begging me, avoid this. Don't talk about it. We don't like you. Drag about this matter. I'm like, eh? It's Nigeria, though. So it's literally our people. They say any news that lasts more than 1 week in Nigeria is very impossible. Normally, it happen now, it finish tomorrow. We need something else. Burna Boy will bring his own. Davido will bring his own. This one will bring his own. Buhari will bring his own. Everybody just. But in the UK, in the system we live in, investigation can take 5 years, and they will get to the bottom of it. They will get to especially murder charges. But in Nigeria, it's like, oh, you don't die, forget them, I beg, make we move on.
Just move on.
Make we move on. No compensation, nothing. I was watching As Jazeera yesterday when Nigerian military were there talking. They went and pied 85 people in one community, and there's no compensation for them. So it was a mistake. It was a drone.
There is a force of nature.
He said it's a force of nature. He was blaming nature.
A missile. That general should be sacked. How can you call a missile fired from a jet a force of nature? Says that the wind. Who is he talking to?
Nobody. You see, the man was shocked. The journalist was shocked. Like, what?
The Al Jazeera man wanted to. I said, if cameras went there, the Al Jazeera man would have get him, Oga, what are you saying? What's this?
You say it was nature. It was for a mistake happened. Mistake happened. You went to 2 villages and wiped people up. 85 in one position. and you say mistake happen. But
And it was twice. So it's the same story. These people are saying anyway. The IDF are saying in Israel with the Palestine that they are making mistakes. You fire 5 missiles, they all hit their targets, and you say, "Oh, we made a mistake." No, it just the word that the wording of the Nigerian army spokesperson was just funny. He said, "Force of nature." Force of nature is what you call a storm or a hurricane, something that just out of nowhere happened. This one is a pilot aimed his or her weapon, and fired it at an area, and you say it's force of nature.
You know, in Nigeria, we all know that there's news suppression, right? Where people, powers that be try to suppress the news. But this one where people just blatantly lie. I don't even know what this one is called. Like, what is it called when the news or the media just blatantly lie about something, or they just carry the lies out, and people are not expected to ask questions. I don't even know what that is, but it happens all the time there, and people don't want to ask questions. I mean, of course, most people are, looking for the next meal to eat, but that it's a country where people feel so emboldened to lie on TV, to lie to the media, and even the media themselves to carry lies around. It just really shows the moral fabric of the country.